Hey guys, TT Vape. I am back. I've been wanting to show you this full combo kit from Steam Crave for a little bit now, and I do have an opportunity to do that. It is quite a large box. Steam Crave has been pumping out great rebuildables for as long as I can remember, and they're still doing it, and there's not a lot of companies out there that are, so I have a lot of respect for them. And the fact that they're still using great DNA chips, they're coming out with some lipo stuff, some other MTL stuff. They're kind of trying to get everybody taken care of, and I think they're doing a fairly good job at that. This is the Hadron Plus combo. This is similar to the lipo version, but this is going to use dual 21700 batteries that you'll charge, in the mod if you want to. Everyone says don't do that, so use an external battery charger, but let's not get too crazy. This is going to come with an atomizer as well, the Aromamizer Plus V2 Rdta 30 millimeters, and it's more like an Rdta than anything. However, when you do build it, it's similar to how you would build an Rdta. So with that said, I'll show you the rest of the box. There is 3 different colors: gunmetal, gray, and black. I have the black. And there you go. So this box is really big for my setup. So there's some felt, of course. That's what it's going to look like right out of the box. First, over here, you'll see Ragnar Mesh deck kit. So that is if you want to run mesh with this. The cool thing about this atomizer is you can run mesh, you can run the dual post list. They have a single coil option. So there's multiple options depending on how you vape. And one of my favorite things about the atomizer is it's a small deck itself. So you build it like a smaller regular one, but you get the advantage of the larger atomizer for different mods that you have that you might want to run a 30 millimeter on. So that's really cool. You have some chamber reducers here. If you do want to run it in single coil, I never will. I probably will never run it in mesh, but the option is there. You get the mod, of course, in black. This is made out of aluminum alloy, and it's beautiful finish. Let's take a look at what we have. Tons and tons of seals, O-rings. We have a tri-tool. We have extra glass. This stuff is packed in there tight. That is for your extension. If you want to run some to get 16 mLs, it's stock 8 mLs. We'll take a look at that once I get this stuff out. I'm not going to take that out because that's a spare regular glass. We'll take this out just to briefly show it to you, even though, as I said, I won't use it, but it is done very well. So there's everything you need to run this as a mesh deck, and it couldn't be simpler to change. I actually have the dual post list built so you can see. So instead of putting this in the bottom, you'll put that in the bottom, and that will be very cool. So there's mesh included, there's springs, there's looks like a different 510 pin, and then you have a bar to bend your mesh to. So that's pretty cool. And then you have some instructions on that and how to do it. So if mesh is what you're into, you'll be happy with that. Just take a look at the atomizer. As I said, it's an Rdta, but everything about it's the same as an Rdta. You have a juice flow control here, their standard lock unlock symbol. Here's your airflow, Serious honeycomb, and you can actually take it off, flip it, and then you can change so you have even more airflow options. I almost always have it on wide open or just a couple holes turned off. There, you got some knurling on the top to get your top cap off. You have branding on the top, Aromamizer Plus V2 Rdta, and a pretty nice resin drip tip. So this is not quarter turn top, which is fine with me. It doesn't bother me. And then you got some large kidney shaped fill holes. As far as taking the deck off, you always take this bottom cap off, I call it. Let's scoot this out of the way a little bit. We'll get back to that. That comes off, and then there's your deck. So it can't be simpler. When you build it, you want the cotton to basically just be flush with right there. And I'll show you on the one I have pre-built already. You don't want it sticking past that. You want it just flush with that, and then it'll suck up the liquid, no problem at all. But that does just pop right out, and then you have that smaller deck, as I said in the beginning. So you build it, there's nothing to be afraid of. Yes, it's a large atomizer, but building it is very similar to a smaller one. And there you have the deck. Juice flow. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on here. Yeah, I just opened it wide up, so it'll feed through there. And you'll be good. It wicks very, very, very well. Here is the extension. And that's simply going to thread on. There is no taller glass to worry about breaking, which is nice. You have a spare one of the standard glass. And that's what it's going to look like if you want 16 mLs of liquid. And how simple is that to screw that on? And then you got a beast 16 ml 30 millimeter atomizer. This has been one of my favorite atomizers, 30 millimeters. I've had it before I got this kit for several months, and I use it continually. I have it in stainless as well. This is what the stainless is going to look like. Very nice. Got a HMM tip on the top. So, very cool. And then this, when you put it back in, there is some notches, and you just line those notches up right there. You'll know if you get it wrong because you'll have juice everywhere. That's locked in. Screw that back on, and you're in business. So I'm not going to be building the atomizer in this video. However, I did build this one previously. The coils are cut to 6 millimeters. Can't be any simpler to install. Postless with Allen keys. You got the tri tool to tighten everything down. You just want to make sure your coils are in far enough so you're not hitting the side inside of there. So that is that. What a beauty. I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm going to pull the atomizer out, put it off to the side for a sec, or not the atomizer, the mod. Put it off to the side for a second, pull this top layer of the box out, and we'll see what we got in the bottom. I said it's a big, giant box. So we got some cotton right here, some shoestring style, which is pretty nice. We have some battery wraps. We have the infamous Steam Crave sticker. We got some more manual information. Talks about it. Lots of pictures, done well. Not some chintzy manual. So if you're struggling, refer to that. I'll put that off to the side. And then you have another kind of information on the mod. I'm going to talk about the DNA a little bit. So again, you got pictures and all that. So very good that they include all that. And then finally, you have this really very nice USB power cord. It's like a cloth. It's not gonna screw up very easily. I really like that. I'll be putting that to use for sure. So the contents are large with this kit, which is very nice. It's not the cheapest kit. It's about $200, but for everything you get, including a dual 21700 DNA 250C mod, I think it's pretty fair. Minimal branding on this device. You have Steam Crave written really small here, and then you have some engravings of Hadron Plus on that side. Nothing on this back, and then that stuff on there from when I touch it, just the heat transfer. Clicky fire button, and then standard DNA 250 chip. I did change the theme, but that's very simple to do in eScribe. And then you have your USB port right here, up, down, and then menu button. So did want to show you the bottom. Plenty of room for ventilation, heat dissipation, whatever you have. I like that they put these markings on the bottom, out of sight, out of mind. And then this cover, it's designed to look like there is no cover, which I think is awesome. and simply put your thumbnail in there and pop it off. And this is aluminum alloy, so it's nice and light. When you put batteries in, you know you got a heavier mod. But if this was zinc alloy, it'd be really heavy. So the aluminum alloy really helps out. You got big magnet on the top and bottom, and it's very clean. Everything is put away, tucked away nice. There's your sled. Markings are there and there. You can see them. They're not white or whatever, but if you have eyeballs, you can tell which way is up and which way is down. So that's what the inside looks like. Looks like some sort of brass contacts there and there. And then it's springy. So they did a very good job with this mod. I've been using it every day. Other than I don't always have the Aromamizer on it, but I've been using this every day. Here's some caution information on the back side of the door. It's not really a bother. You only see it when you have the battery door off, so it doesn't bother me one bit. But you can see Steam Crave's information there for social media. They do talk about some battery safety, which ones to use. Don't use them if they're screwed up, and then refer to the manual if you have any problems. So there is a serial number on the top right there. You can see that's raised about a 0.5 millimeter, and it is got some marks on there from the atomizer, but your mod itself is not going to get scratched up, which is very slick. So overall, I'm digging this kit. Steam Crave did a great job in my opinion. I've already had the atomizer and loved it, but now I got a really slick DNA 250 Dual 21, which I can count on one hand how many Dual 21s are out there. People just aren't making them. The way I vape with the lower resistance 0.11, 0.13, dual 18650s, they don't last that long. So the dual 21s, they're very nice. I got that Guar 21 from Vandy Vape the batteries last forever as well. So I'm really pumped up to own another dual 21. And there you go, the Hadron Plus combo kit from Steam Crave.